Great morning, Chitty Chat, kitty cat. Anyway, we're out here and it's a balmy 36 degrees out this morning. Brr. So I'm just waiting till it warms up just a little bit, and then I'll get the two four-leggeds out for their morning constitutional. Yeah. But it is so pretty here in the morning when you wake up and you see the sunrise over the lake out here. And I especially like sleeping. Why do I like to be in the van? Why do I like to travel around? Because at night when I'm sleeping, I leave a little corner of the thing up and I can see the moon and see the stars out there. And I just love that, being able to see the moon and the stars out in the nighttime, and wake up and see the sun rising over wherever you're at, be able to see that sunrise coming up. It's so pretty. And waking up to nature, Like I said yesterday, I had all of these road runners coming by. I had 3 road runners come by yesterday, and then in the morning there were like 20 birds sitting in the little tree over here, and I saw a rabbit, and you get to see the wildlife. There was a quail out here sitting on the thing with their little bobby. Quails just make me laugh for some reason. When I see a quail, they just, they're so funny, little birds. So yeah, that's one reason. And this is very close to my home. I'm here in maybe about an hour's drive, something like that. So I'm very fortunate to be near a lot of good places. I can get to and just do a day trip anytime to over the Oregon Mountains at Aguirre Springs. It's one of my favorite places to go. There's no electric out there. So for long term, it's not a great option. Although I do now have a solar panel. I do have that. So I am going to try that out and use it a little more and see how that's going to work. So yeah, I've got Rock City. I've got, what's the name of the other one? Is it called Rockhound Park? I think it's called Rockhound Park. And then there's the other one that I go to that's out by that way. It's 4 miles from the Mexican border. The other one I like to go to. Very close to the Mexican border out there. So if you wanted to take a day trip over to Mexico, go have some great Mexican food. Easy breezy to get to. I don't know if it's open yet now. I think it is open again. But for quite some time it was closed, the border. But you might be able to go over there now. So anyway, yeah, that's why I'm so fortunate where I live, that there are so many places around here that I can go to for a day trip or a couple of days, okay? Now, there are a lot of other places that I love that are in New Mexico, and if you live here, it is so cheap. You buy the pass for $100 per year, if you're a New Mexico resident, and then you go out to here and it's $4 a day for electric, and it's an extra $4 a day for 3 days for the reservation fees. Okay, now they pretty much make you have to reserve a spot before you come. Okay, but before this pandemic thing, you didn't have to reserve a spot. You could come out, and then it's just $4 a day. And if you want to just go out and you're not having electricity, you can come out to any of them, and it's free. Okay, so you can't beat prices like that, you know. I personally like to have the electric, you know. I'll make no bones about it. I like having my microwave and like last night I have a little fireplace here. It's it's electric, but it works really, I don't know, I'll show you. There you can see it kind of, well, it's kind of dark, kind of not seeing it. Well, you kind of see a little glimmer over there. But yeah, it looks like a regular little fire. So that's so comforting and homey to have that. I love my little fireplace, and it works well. It's got a low heat and a high heat. And last night I put it on the low heat, and then I have the other heat here. If it gets too cool, it drops down too far, that's not heating it enough, the other one will come on. Okay. Now the heater that's up here, this one, when it gets down to, I think it's in the 30s or something, then it doesn't work so well. Okay, that one. And then you have also in here propane. So I also have a propane heater. If this is not working, okay, then I can use the propane. So one thing we do have, no matter where we go, is heat. So really happy for that. Yeah. So yeah, if I want to run, if I'm out, you know, I have to make sure I have at least a quarter tank of gas. Anything lower than that and your generator won't run. But I do also have a generator here. So if I want to make some coffee or something and I want to plug in the coffee pot, you know, I can do that. I can run the generator. Or I can just make some hot water on the propane stove, and I do have instant coffee as well. The refrigerator runs on electricity or propane or battery. It's a three-way. So that's the thing I love about the Road Trek, my little van here. I've got the 19-foot. I've got the mid-size. There is a much larger one that's wider and longer. But I find that this is very comfortable for one person. And I looked at quite a few van builds before I bought this one, and this one just has storage like you can't believe, a ton of storage. And the other ones had minimal. I don't know how people do it in the other ones, but this one has a lot of storage. When you open up the back, underneath of it, you've got quite a long range of storage, so you store all your things that you don't need on a daily basis out there. These all along the whole way, the front and all the side is all storage. Okay, all storage. Yeah, you have your extra seat here. There's a place for a table up in front. There's a place for a table here. I have my little nightstand, and I use this for a table. I don't break out the other tables. They're not needed. This works quite well. You know, if you're traveling with somebody else, then you probably wouldn't want the nightstand. You might want to have this made into, what is it, a double bed or queen bed or whatever it makes into. But for me, I like to keep this side as my couch, the other side as my bed, and that works really, really well. Okay. I love the fact that I can open the back doors and I have bug screens here. I can also open the front side door and I have a bug screen there as well. So on a nice day, I can open up both of them and I have a nice airflow coming through here. And the dogs particularly like it, especially Max. When I open it up, he warms up enough in the day that I open it up he'll sit there and likes to watch outside, watch everything that's going on, look at the animals and the people, etc. So that works really well. It's just, yeah, I'm really happy I bought this. Now, it's not real cheap. It was, what did I have to pay? I think it was $30,000. And this is a 2002. I think it's 2002. But it doesn't have a whole lot of miles on it. And it was in good shape. So I thought the $30,000, you know, I'm going to be paying on it for a while. You know, my payments for this are almost as much as my house payments. So, but the house payments are really low, you know, because I took the money from the house in Florida and put it on this house. And so I had a mortgage here of $50,000 is what is owed. So, you know, between the two of them, between the van and the house, I owe less than most people do on a, you know, tiny house. So, you can't beat that. I have a place up in the front for all my flutes. I've brought all of my flutes here before, and they will all fit up in that cabinet up there. Okay. So yeah, it's a comfortable place. I've got a refrigerator. It's a small refrigerator. Big, huge area for pots and pans and dry goods, plus the closet. Okay. Just, they did a fabulous job in here for, you know, I couldn't have done a, now I look at some of the van builds and they're beautiful. Some of the ones that people are putting together and doing what they want in it, but I really can't fault this at all. It's really been a very comfortable place to be. And as you see, I've got my rabbit. I change my stuff on occasion. Every springtime, I usually go through and change things. This spring is my flower, more floral pictures and those types of things that I've done. Artworks, art pieces that I put in here. Last year it was all Native American. Next year, who knows? Maybe I'll keep it this way and maybe I'll change it again. I don't know. I have to wait and see, you know, how I'm moved. What's the mood for that year? How do I feel about it? Okay. Yeah, I even have a place for my hat, you know, for my hat that I did. Even have a place that it stays here. Traveling down the road, no problem. My other hat is up in the front there. They just add to the decor and, you know, it works quite well. So anyway, that's what's going on out here. Let's see what the temperature is now. 40, so let's say 45 or 40 something. So I think I'm going to close this out now and get the dogs suited up. It's warm enough now to take them out. I'm sure their back teeth are floating by this time, although I did take them out just before we went to bed. I usually take them out earlier than what I did last night, but yeah, so they're fine. So I'm going to get them suited up and take them out for their morning constitutional. And we'll come back, and if there's something people want to see read on the topic or a topic discussed, please let me know. And we'll see if we can make that happen. Much love and light. See you online.